Our poem for today is Father Returning Home by Dilip Chitre. In this poem, the poet is trying to explain the dirtiest conditions of Indian urban times, wherein the miserable and disintegrated life of the normal human being is explained by the poet. He is trying to explain, and he symbolizes father as the mainstream person taking care of his family and his belongings. He takes up the challenge of getting up every morning, traveling through the miserable lines of metro, passing away all the suburbs, and still coming back to stale, dainty food. His poorness and his poverty is being described through the saggy and the soggy, dirty chappals he is wearing, his clothes and his pants. Now let's have a look at the summary. Returning home. Father is returning home in a metro and there are many suburbs passing by. He is thinking of nothing. People around him do not matter to him at all because he is lost in his own world of thoughts. Getting off the train. Despite it being a heavy, humid monsoon season, he gets off the train, his chappals are muddy, yet he rushes home because he is in a tired and a panicked position. He needs to get back home as soon as possible. At home, he weakly sips in the tea and has his supper. After having his supper, he reads on to his book. His kids and his family are not interested in talking to him, not sharing his day-to-day conversations or day-to-day secrets with him. He is all bored up. He listens to the uninterested radio that is playing in his room and moves on to sleep. He thinks of his ancestors and not his present children. Pathetic condition. The pathetic condition of a hard-working family member is being described through this poem of Dilip Chitre. Now let's have a look at the description of the summary. First stanza. The first stanza of Father Returning Home describes the train journey of his father while returning home one evening. The father stands among commuters in the yellow light of a local compartment. The poet describes his father's reaction against the sights of the suburbs that passed by. His father remains unmoved by the sights because they are too familiar to him. That is quite normal, isn't it? We hardly pay attention to those places where we travel every day, unless the place has something interesting to offer. Same was the poet's father. Now the poet's father is actually commuting in one of the local compartments of a metro. Many suburbs are passing by and all that is, he is unmoved, unwaved about it. Because these are certain things that he is very familiar with. He is bored of it and doesn't give much acquaintance to it. The poet then describes his father's pathetic condition as he travels during the rainy season. His clothes become damp and dirty. The black raincoat that he wears becomes stained with mud. His bag crumbles with the heavy load of the books. So here the poet in the first stanza itself is also trying to explain the pathetic condition of his father. Because it being a rainy season in India, it is very humid, very dirty and muddy all around. So the poet is explaining that on his father's raincoat he can see a lot of mud stains. His bag is soaked and crumbled down with the heavy load of the books and he is damp and dirty. Due to old age, the poet's father's eyesight has become poor and therefore he finds difficulty to move about in the dark. The poet says that he cannot see his father getting down the train like a word dropped from a long sentence. The sentence is highly unique and it provides an evocative image of an old man who gets down from the train as if he is no longer relevant to it. The poet then sees father hurrying through the long grey platform. Poet's father is an unimportant personality and he really gets down the train. Nobody matters to him and for he doesn't matter to anybody else because he is not that an important figure in anybody's life. Yet he gets up, pushes himself to move towards his house and rushes down. The man seems to be as old as the platform who has been using it as a part of his routine. He crosses the railway tracks and hurries home through muddy lanes on a rainy day. This is indicated by his chappals which are sticky with mud. This stanza portrays the monotonousness of the old man who sustains the vagaries of weather as well as the estrangement from the man-made. Now, the poet is trying to explain this is a part of his routine, that he has to come to the platform, board a local train, look at the suburbs around, reach his destination, work and reach back home. These are all acquainted to him and as old as he is. He is using all these facilities right from the beginning. And then he is talking about he crossing a lot of railway tracks and he hurries back home through muddy lanes on a rainy day, which is indicated by his muddy chappals. Stanza 2. The second stanza, the poet represents the alienation of his father that he experiences in his own dwelling. Now here he is trying to explain how alienated his father feels even if he is at his home. The poet tells us that his father drinks a weak tea and eats a stale chapati when he comes back home. This shows that even his basic requirements are not properly carried out by his family. A sense of pity for the poet's father arises in us. What do you think? Of course, we also see that every day when our fathers come back to our house, they sit down, we long chat with it. But here in this poem, the poet is explaining that his father comes back to a very, very weak and a very hostile environment. He is not treated warmly there and he feels himself to be alienated. He just weakly sips off the tea and eats up a stale chapati. He has not been taken care of his basic needs properly as well. The father is then seen going into a contemplative mood after reading some kind of a philosophical book. He goes to the toilet and contemplates over man's alienation from the man-made world. This exhibits that the man is visibly upset with his predicament. He is terribly shaken when he comes out of the toilet and trembles while he washes his hands at the wash basin. It seems that he trembled not only because of the cold water, but also due to the thoughts that came into his mind while he was thinking in the washroom. The father finds himself all alone in his room as he is written off by his children. The children do not interact with their father. They do not share their joys or sorrows with him. To compensate their company, the father listens to the radio. Then he goes to sleep. In his sleep, he dreams about his ancestors and grandchildren. Now here we are talking about that the father is not being accompanied by his children. He, out of dismay, he feels lonely and he listens to radio. It seems that he is trying to communicate with his ancestors who had entered the subcontinent through the Khyber Pass in the Himalayas in the past. The dream mirrors that the old man is either thinking about his past, his ancestors, or his future, his grandchildren. It is a kind of relief to him from his mundane routine, devoid of any human contact. Now, the poet's father is trying to actually take up a relief in his thoughts of his past or future. This is trying to actually take him or give him a kind of relief from his mundane routine devoid of any human contact. Now he is not in any human contact with his children these days. So it gives him a relief to think about past, his ancestors, or about his future, those are his grandchildren. That is all for the day. All the very best for your exams.